Hi guys, I'm back with my April favorites today and I hope everyone had a great month. I have a couple of base products today to show you, and the first one that I have been loving is the Uemura BB Perfector Skin Smoothing Beauty Cream. It's SPF 30 PA+++, and I think it's a very good base. It's not your traditional BB cream feeling. It's not the very glowy, very thick, greasy feeling that you get from traditional Korean BB creams. This one does give you a glow, but it's more of a natural glow and a softer glow. So it's not a super shiny, light reflecting one that you get from a lot of cushion BB creams or the traditional BB creams. So I personally think that this would be more suitable for different skin types. So even if you have mild acne or something like that, you would still be able to use this without needing to like powder it down or mattify it a lot. And it just gives you a very soft glow that makes you look like you have very nice skin, even if you don't have the smoothest skin ever. And what I like about it is it also has this skin smoothing kind of finish to it. My skin can be kind of bumpy when I have rashes or when it feels extra dry, so this really helps in disguising that. So my skin actually looks a lot better after I use this. My skin has been really dry lately, as I said in my last video, so it has been bumpy, reddish, and it's just not looking too great. So this has actually helped me quite a bit, and it's also very moisturizing. It's moisturizing, but it's not greasy. I think that a lot of different skin types would be able to use this. Unfortunately, it's still a BB cream, so as with most BB creams, there's not a lot of colors in the range. This is in beige, which is the middle color, and it can be a little bit light on me, but it does oxidize, and in real life it actually gives a very nice glow. So I think that if you have darker skin tones, you might not be able to use this, which is always a bummer for BB creams, I think. But if you have a lighter skin tone, really do give this a try. It's very good. I highly recommend this. The next Uemura product that I've been loving is the face powder sheer. This is in the translucent one, the colorless one, and it's a very good formula for dry skin. As you all know, I always struggle with face powders, but I think that dry skin ladies also need to powder down some of their base products or their foundations. And there are times when dry skin girls want to powder down their foundation a little bit to get a softer look. So I think that for us, it's just extra hard to find the right formula. And I think that this works really well. I've tried it with a brush and with a sponge. I don't actually like to use these puffs that comes with loose powders because I feel that puffs makes my skin feel dry for some reason. If anybody has the same feeling, let me know, so because I think I'm probably the only one. I really like using sponges to put on my loose powder, and I actually filmed a spring look, and in that video I will demonstrate how to use a sponge to put on loose powder. I highly recommend using that method if you have dry skin. And this powder actually makes my foundation last a lot longer as well. I used this combination for a barbecue that lasted for about 5 or 6 hours, and my foundation just stayed on. Of course, it started to get a bit of a glow near the end, but it still looked really nice. So I'm guessing that both of them together work really well. To be honest, I've never tried this with another foundation, so I can't really say for sure. But together, they are best friends, basically. I would say that for dry skin girls, if you want your foundation to last long, the key is really not to put on as much powder as you can. The key is to find something, a foundation or a BB cream or any type of base that has the right moisture level for you. If your skin is not dry and not dehydrated, then it will produce less oils. I've also been really loving this Innisfree Mineral Moisture Fitting Base. It's a very lightweight base, a sort of like a gel formula. It's very, very moisturizing, and it actually does smooth out the skin a little bit, so I feel that it has a good balance. It's sort of like the Laura Mercier primer plus the Benefit Professional together. So I've never been able to work with the Benefit Professional because it's way too dry for me, and the Laura Mercier primer is just a bit too much like a regular moisturizer for me, and it doesn't really do anything as a primer for my face. So they're sort of like a hybrid of the two. Since I use a lot of moisturizers, this acts as a really good barrier. It makes my skin smoother and also takes away a lot of the shine that the moisturizers give me. Another favorite of mine is the Clinique Cheek Pop Blush in 04 Plum Pop. The formula of these Clinique blushes are amazing. I've heard so much about them, but never got around to trying them. And last month I tried them, and I thought that, wow, no wonder a lot of people like them, because it's absolutely amazing. It melts into the skin, and it almost feels like it's moisturizing to the skin. And I think that's really important for dry skin girls, because we don't really want anything that looks powdery on our skin. It's just going to accentuate all the flaws and all the dry patches, and this just sort of fuses into and melts into the skin, and I think that it's absolutely amazing. Unfortunately, we only have about 4 colors in Hong Kong, but I know that if you live in the States or anywhere else, there's a lot of different options, and there's a lot of really nice nude colors. So do give this a try if you've never tried it before. I'm really late on the bandwagon, so maybe you guys all have tried it before, but it's really, really good, and I really like this. I also have the Laura Mercier Watercolor Mist Eye and Cheek Palette. This is a limited edition, but I think that it's still available actually, because it's the Spring 2015 palette. I think that you've heard about me talk about the Artist palette for a long time, and that is one of my favorite Laura Mercier palettes ever. So I decided to get this one. It has 2 blushes and also a very nice variety of sort of stormy bluish tones and mossy greens. I think that it's a very nice subtle way to add some color to your face, and they're all very muted tones, so I think that it's very easy to use. And they're also they're all pretty much matte, and I've been really getting into matte colors lately. I think that it looks really good in the daytime. The last makeup item I have is the Dior Addict Fluidstick in 389 Kiss Me. This is just a baby pink color. I think it's probably one of my favorite baby pink glosses ever. It's the exact tone that I want. It's not too blue toned, it's not too orangey. It's just perfect, I think. And I also really like these Fluidstick formulas. I have a couple of these, and they are one of my favorite, I would say, holy grail lip glosses. They are very long lasting. They work really well on dry lips, and my lips are just forever dry no matter what I do. So these are really, really good. I think the color payoff is just right. I don't like colors that are too chalky, if you know what I mean. There are some baby pinks out there that are just look way too chalky, and there's the ones that are way too sheer. So this is just the perfect amount of opacity, and the formula of it just looks really, really nice on the lips. Last but not least, I have something a little bit different this time. It's actually toothpaste. I feel that my teeth has gotten a lot yellower in the past few months maybe because I've been drinking a bit too much coffee and it's just starting to build up now. I decided to go to get some really extra heavy duty toothpaste, and there is a very funny story behind these two. The reason why I have two is because when I went to Manning's, these were actually stacked beside each other, and as you can see, the package of it is really similar, and one says that it's a fluoride anti-cavity toothpaste, enamel safe whitening. This is the 3D Crest White Luxe one, and then beside it there's this Oral-B 3D White, also says Luxe, but it says it's a concentrated version with mica in there. But it doesn't say that it has any fluoride, or it doesn't even say that it's a toothpaste anywhere really, unless it says in Chinese, which I cannot read. But anywhere in English it doesn't say that it's actually a toothpaste, so I really don't know, and I still don't know. So yeah, so the genius inside me just told me that this should be some sort of polish, and this is the toothpaste that comes with it. So these two work together in conjunction. That's what I thought. And so I've been telling my friends and everything, I'm like, oh, I've been using this and it actually works. And by the way, it really does work. They say that to use this for 5 days in a row. And what I did was I went in with the toothpaste first, and then I polished my teeth with this. And so I talked to my husband as well. I said, hey, I've been using this combination and it's really working very well for my teeth. And he's like, oh really? Sure, I'll try it. And then he's like, do you realize that these two are different brands? I'm like, are you serious? Oh yeah. Oh gosh, right? Because they look so similar, and they both have Luxe, and yeah, I don't know, they look really similar to me, and because they were put together, like they were stacked together, I thought that they must have been like a package, and they just work together with the toothpaste and the polish. So yeah, that was really stupid, but I thought it was really funny. But anyways, both of these work really well. I would say that the Crest toothpaste is a little bit more it's a little bit slower in terms of the whitening part, and this one, since it does say that it's concentrated, it really does effectively remove some surface stains within 5 days. So I highly recommend both of these actually. If you really want something fast, then try the Oral-B Luxe one, and if you want like a long-term one, then try the Crest 3D White Luxe. Yeah, so that's my story on this. Yeah, that's about it now. Right, so that is it for my April favorites. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you would like to see more videos from me, please hit the subscribe button below. It would really mean a lot to me, and I will see you next time. Bye!